In the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, the Orange County Sea Scout Base was among the most active in the United States. During the summer months, Boy Scouts could attend week-long camps here. The Scouts could stay on the base the entire week, with room and board included. During their stay, they could have the opportunity to earn all the boating-related merit badges. My parents made the mistake of letting me attend this camp in 1971. The merit badge classes were taught by Sea Scouts from the different ships. I earned all the boating merit badges while I was there, then went back to my scout troop and said, well, you guys have fun hiking around and camping, but I want to be a Sea Scout. I eventually ended up joining up with Sea Scout Ship 711, skippered by Mike Stewart. From that point on, my parents never had to wonder where I was. I would always be down at the Sea Scout base every weekend and every day in the summer, messing around on the boats. In those days, in 1972, the Sea Scout base was a very busy place. There were over 14 Sea Scout ships from the different areas in Orange County for the young lads, and 6 or 7 Mariner Scout ships for the young ladies. The leaders of the ships were salty dogs. Most of them had been in boating for much of their lives. Many of them were ex-Navy, Coast Guard, or merchant mariners. They could do a proper job of corrupting us in the ways of seafaring. They taught us how to handle our lines, scuttle our butts, breach our buoys, steer a rum line, and talk sailor jargon, so not even the young pogies could understand what we were talking about. They were also our mentors, and taught us how to be safe and comfortable at sea. They taught us that safety wasn't just about putting on a life jacket. It was about watching the weather, being able to make a radio call, knowing what to do for a man overboard, knowing when and how to tuck in a reef or set a sea anchor, knowing all the rules of safe navigation, and how and when to assist a troubled vessel. And they gave us the opportunity and cut us some slack so that we could do things and try things ourselves. We not only learned what to do, but how to do it. There were many different kinds of boats at the Sea Scout base, and after gaining experience and with permission, you could take just about any of them out. There were also a bunch of hulls and masts and different parts. If you wanted to, you could just invent your own boat. About the time I arrived at the Sea Scout base, so did the Argus. Argus was rigged as a square topsail ketch and built in Marstal, Denmark in 1906. I was instantly attracted to the thing and jumped aboard first chance I got. It had the smell of manila line, Stockholm tar, and canvas sails, and brought to life all of the books I had read and stories I have heard of ocean voyages on old square riggers. Like a little monkey, I was up in the rigging first thing. I was willing to do anything to go sailing on the Argus. Hey Wayne, we need the bilge cleaned. Okay, I'll do it. Hey Wayne, we need this metal chipped and painted. Okay, no problem. I was so enthusiastic and made such a nuisance out of myself, they decided, well, they better make me crew. With the Argus, the Sea Scout base could now, along with everything else, introduce people to square rig sailing. Scout units can now come from all over the United States to attend a square rig sea camp. Argus was the first tall ship on the West Coast. One of the greatest things about being a Sea Scout and the Sea Scout base is that it wasn't about being first. It wasn't about being better than someone else. It was about being part of the crew. Everyone in the crew was important. We needed everyone, and we all made mistakes. We all ribbed each other, and we all had a lot of fun. And the camaraderie and the friends we made us shipmates for a lifetime. Many of us never grew out of the Sea Scouts. We stayed in boating and connected with the sea and went on to become sea captains, yacht designers, sailmakers, boat builders, coaches and instructors, heck, anything so that we could keep playing on the water like we did at the Sea Scout base. I will be forever grateful to the Boy Scouts of America, the many volunteers and donors that made the Orange County Sea Scout base a place where we could grow up and be a part of the maritime community.